So just out bike touring here, and Tori had a big spill in a crash in Vietnam, and we wish her fast recovery. Now, some of you said, hang on Harley, wait a sec, back up a bit. You said if Tori has a crash, she will break her pelvis. She had a crash, she broke her pelvis. How did you forecast that? And why didn't you stop her doing that? Well, one, I can't control. No one can control what someone else does. I gave advice again and again and again. I said, Tori, Big T, don't race bikes. One, it's dangerous as fuck. Two, you don't have insurance overseas. Three, you're too lean to be racing bikes. The bone density. Now, Tori's very open about this. Her past EDs and stuff like that. Especially when you're a teenager and you've got an ED, the bone density isn't like, it's not there. You might be an adult in age, but your bone density isn't. So if you're doing high impact sports like bicycle racing, they're not high impact, but when you hit the tarmac, that's fucking high impact, all right? So I said, Tori, like, I'll coach you up. I've got Tori on a road bike, I've got her a sponsor, got her clipping shoes, power meters on Strava, got her on YouTube, did all that whole, the thing I do for a lot of people. Got her rolling, kicking ass in that first year, totally dominating power. Never, and then I think in start of 2018, she set PRs in power. It hasn't gone back to that level ever again because she started getting on the coffee, which again, if I'm coaching someone, there's no coffee to be consumed outside of maybe time trial or something like that. Okay, yeah. But as a daily thing, caffeine robs bone density. So if someone's coming from passive eating disorder, aka low bone density, to give the athlete caffeine or to enable or allow them caffeine, that's unethical, totally unethical, and that's not where I stand. So if someone's living with me or coached by me, as if they're living with me, then there's going to be no caffeine consumed outside of a time trial here and there. It's definitely not going to be a daily occurrence, ever. It just creates mental health issues, depression, anxiety. Caffeine in most cyclists, it just does, and runners, most women in general. And it fucks your recovery. And so sort of Tori's fitness has gone down. Her experience has gone up, but her fitness has gone down. Like, she won't be able to do PRs up, steep climbs like she could in 2018. In the Oyster Tep, won't touch that time ever again, unfortunately, because that's what caffeine does. It will give you a boost a little bit, but if you keep doing it, it drops you down. Now, a lot of people say, oh, a lot of pros take caffeine. It's like, well, not as much as you think. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but there's also a lot of drugs behind the scenes. So if you're a natural rider like Tori is, and you're not taking hormones or whatever, but you're taking the caffeine, so your bone density is getting less, and you're not taking hormones to build the bone density up, then it's going to crack. So this is very, 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 very sad, and because no one wants to see him crash. Tori doesn't deserve to crash. She's a good girl. She doesn't race aggressively, or she's not a bitch in the bunch. Some people deserve to crash. Tori doesn't at all. But I said it. And I never let her race. When I was coaching her back in the day, I said, "You're not racing." And then she wanted to do a race last year, and I said, "Don't do it, man." And she cleaned up in the race. Actually, the last day she got smoked because she didn't eat and drink enough. But the first day she was like dynamite, crushing it. But luckily it was a breakaway. And I was just like, oh man, I just knew this was going to happen. I forecasted it, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I said it last year. I said it to Tori, I said to everyone in Chiang Mai, I said, don't race. Don't encourage her to race. Don't encourage her to drink coffee. Because what's going to happen? It's going to be a big crash and her pelvis is going to be broken. And that may or may not repair. I don't know. She may be in pain the rest of her life. We hope not. We hope not. We hope this is just a universe saying, hey, don't do this. Look after your health. We hope it's just one of those ones. I've had plenty of crashes where I'm like, holy shit, I could have died. Or I could have been really fucked up. I could have been in hospital or whatever. And so I'm like, I take a step back and I'm like, okay, I'm not invincible. And people warn me. I'm going to listen to that next time. And that's why you see me rarely do bike racing. Occasionally here and there. But even if I'm in the bunch, I'm at the back. I'm at the very front. Or I'm on either side. You never see me in the middle of a bunch. No fucking way. It's like, why? For $50 and a fucking plastic trophy? Fuck that. And think of the money. I mean, Tori's wanted to fly from Australia, stop working at the legal firm and go to Vietnam in like a jiffy. That's big coin. So for what? for just a little bike race in Vietnam that no one cares about. It's like, I don't know, for me, maybe I'm getting too old, but there's a thing I've learned called ROI, return of interest. People, ask yourself, what am I going to get out of this? Really? By doing this or not doing it, what am I going to get out of it? Is this a wise decision? Is racing your bike with low experience level in an Asian race or even an Australian race where the pace is really high because some of these girls are really fast, but you've got fuck all experience at that level, bunch racing with your friends on the flat is a totally different ballgame. It's good, better than nothing, but it's not the same as racing in a bunch, being in the middle of a bunch or whatever. And this raises a lot of questions. One, the ethics of a team saying, hey Tori, come and race in Vietnam, when Tori's got fuck all racing experience. She might have some fitness here and there, you know, and some eagerness, and yeah, I'll do that. She's one of those people, just, I'll have a go, and that's great. But that same attitude can put you in dangerous situations. You know? So the ethics of a team, VeloFit, whatever they're called, asking her to do a race in Vietnam, I hope there's insurance. I mean, that's not going to be cheap, the hospital bills. I hope there's insurance here, because it's pretty hard to get insurance for bike racing these days. So I hope there's insurance. But I'm like, why would you get someone with such little experience racing to go and race these dangerous, fast races? I mean, the roads in Vietnam and in Thailand, they're super fast. The speeds are higher because the roads are slick. So you're going so much faster. And when you hit the ground, you know, it's just physics. So, I mean, yeah. Anyway, that's just my honest, unbiased, total upfront truth opinion. Other people might disagree with me or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're always noobs, or they just don't understand the intention or the wisdom behind what I say. If I tell someone to do something dietary or training or not to do something, then it comes from a place of experience. It's not from a personal bias of like, yeah. No. I mean, I've seen people fucking die on the road, alright? When you see someone's head splashed on the road, I think that changes me permanently. Or it might change you. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you never have to actually see that. I've seen people crash their bikes and break their leg and have the bones sticking through the skin. And it's, you know, it's pretty graphic. And if ambulance people see it every single day. So I'm not saying, hey, I'm special, poor me. I'm just saying I've seen it. And when you start to see it, you think, shit. Something can happen like that. Is it really worth it? You know? The last race I did in Thailand, I mean, I was sitting at the back, I was sitting at the side, I was sitting at the front. I was never in the middle. You know, I was like, okay, I'm super safety, and I've got a lot of experience racing, so I feel very, very safe out there. But even then, you ain't gonna see me in the middle of the bunch in the danger zone, man. So for what? $50 and a plastic trophy, even for $5,000, ain't like $5,000. I want my ass for $5,000. I ain't gonna risk my health for that. Fuck that. You know. There's no need. But here's the thing, women's cycling, there's no money in it. There's no money in that. Tori earns way more than most professional cyclists do, just for me helping to get an ebook and a YouTube career going up. Why would you want to sacrifice that to go and race your bike and sacrifice your health? No way, man. No way. You know, I make more money than most professional male cyclists do. You know? And I get to live a freedom lifestyle. I don't have to take drugs, which most do, some don't. I don't have to have pressure. I don't have to be crazy skinny and have crazy mutant watts. So there's no pressure on me. The only pressure is me just going, oh, I want to do this. I love doing YouTube stuff. You know, I love to do it for free, you know, without it. And I love bike racing, man. I fucking love bike racing. It's like so much fun, but it's so fucking dangerous. And that's why I can't honestly tell anybody out there, hey, racing's fun. Go and take up road racing or criteriums. I can't. I'll just say take up cyclocross, very safe. Take up cyclocross, that's good fun. And get your skills that way. But with the road, I honestly couldn't tell anyone to do a road race. It's just, you know, it's so dangerous. You know, it's so dangerous. I mean, it's like, and I could never be, I can't imagine what being a parent would be like for a kid who races road bikes. It's like, man, you know, I struggle being coach durianrider, you know. I'd have difficulty with that. That gets me into trouble with my opinions and like, I told you so, why you listen to me? Couldn't imagine being a parent. Couldn't imagine being the parent. The frustration or the anger or the worry or the disappointment or whatever. It's like, man, can't imagine what my mum went through. So anyway, so we wish Tori the best recovery, and this video is It's a reminder, people, that we ain't invincible. And if you do have low bone density, take time to heal your body before you do high impact sports. Take up running or ride your bike. Yeah, cycling's great. Cycling's very safe. Racing though, it's dangerous. I did a Strava segment this morning here in Phuket, and I didn't get the KOM because I wasn't willing to whisk on the downhills. There's a lot of uphill and downhill, and on the downhill you have to do probably 80k an hour to get the KOM. And I'm just like, you know what? Nah, I'll do 50, I'll do 60, I ain't doing 80, I ain't doing 90 on down here. Could be a dog running out. This ain't fucking worth it, you know what I mean? But some people, they think it's worth it, and hey, that's their life, it's your choice. But I also think, I don't take risks, not just for my own safety, but for the people who have to look after me, or for the people who rely on me to look after them, emotionally or physically or whatever. I've got people who rely on me every day, and so I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden. So if I end up in the hospital, it's got to be from someone else's, neglect or not paying attention. It ain't gonna be from mine. I do my best every day to be visible, pay attention, carb up, always looking around, wearing a helmet, blah 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 blah, safety gear, gloves. Hope Tori's wearing gloves. Man, people there's this big trend right now on fucking Instagram. People ain't wearing gloves when they ride their bike. My gloves are in my helmet there. There's this big trend going, don't wear gloves. And it's like, fuck. Even there's another guy from Adelaide, Charlie, had a big crash, I think. I'm not sure, but I think he had a big crash in hospital. It's like, kids, road racing ain't fucking worth it, man. Be a social media rider. You earn way more money, have way more fun, way less stress. Road racing, I'll watch it. I might do it occasionally because I've got experience and know what to do. But otherwise, man, I can't recommend it to anybody. Unless maybe they raced 10 or 20 years ago and they want to get back into it and they got experience. Okay, then you know what you're in for. Otherwise, man, it's a steep, vicious, unmerciful learning curve. The road has no mercy. The bunch has no mercy. So if you understand that, then go for it. But it's not worth it, man. People are like, I love it, man. I love riding. I love racing. Fuck that. Hospital food's shit. Being in a hospital? Fuck that. For a bike race? Nah. Not worth it for me. But hey, some people out there, it's worth it for them. And okay, I get it. Your name's Peter Sagan. Your name's Chris Froome. You're Geraint Thomas. You're Contador, etc. Okay, I get it. But for all us Contador, Froome wannabes, it ain't fucking worth it. Let's be real. Let's be pragmatic. Let's go, okay, this is fucking stupid. I'm going to keep riding my bike, keep getting fit as fuck, but to fuck, I ain't going to take no risks on no downhills or no bunches. Fuck that.